everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I am going over the deal that I received in the Southern District of New York. This is part 2 to that video. It was a few videos back. This is the payout part. If you're interested in hearing a little bit about the Southern District of New York, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is a little bit strange. They're a little bbit unique. They do need extra documents that you typically wouldn't need in most districts that I have worked. They're very unique. They're very slow. We're down some staff. I'm not sure if maybe those positions have been filled, but just a word of caution to you that, yeah, you're going to need different documents and it's going to take some time for these to be completed. So this particular deal, the case is from 2019. It was dismissed, so there were some funds left over. Same jazz. Again, client didn't know, changed addresses, didn't notify the court. His attorney is out of the picture. So $21.92 is what the unclaimed fund amount was for. Here's the order. I filed this in back in January. I had a mishap with this, as I mentioned in a previous video, because they misplaced some of my documents. And when that happens, you have to resubmit it. Even though you know that you sent them, you have to resubmit it to them. And then that's going to take extra time when you will receive your payout. So it took extra time for this one. The order was issued February, was that say the 28th? At the bottom of there, with the judge's seal and electronic signature on the bottom. And then the payout, even though they're difficult to work in the Southern District of New York, at least they do give you an EFT, which I do appreciate and I do like. So up at the top, you see the entry from my business checking account. It says Treasury 310 miscellaneous pay. That's sort of the code that they give you. You'll always see that code when you get EFT payments from the U.S. Treasury, similar to how you get your tax refund, or, it will go to your checking account and it will usually say that. And I think toward the end is really where they put your social security number. So as I mentioned, please make sure you're blocking out these digits at the end. You don't want to expose, this type of sensitive information, especially if you have a website or something like that where you're trying to get, more clients to work with you. So just make sure you're blocking that out. But I asked for $500 from this particular deal. So I just cut basically the check, the remaining portion to my client, which he's happy to get. So overall, again, New York is different, but I do go over the updates. I do provide you with a case file in my program so that you can see exactly how I filled it in, what they're looking for, and how to review their instructions, because they're slightly different. As I mentioned, every district is slightly different. They're not all exactly the same. But that's something that, again, you have to learn how to read, and I do go over that a lot more in the program. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that I have given you an update in the program for the W-9. I actually give you a video and just go over it a little bit more in detail. I had a student reach out and they were asking specifically, like, how do they actually fill it in? So they saw my example. I just kind of gave, how you generally would fill it in. But this particular video, in both, I go over, how to fill in the W-9, why it's needed, and that type of thing. But just to give you general information, a W-9 is needed in order to get a payment. So for all of the districts that I've gotten paid directly, I had to fill in the W-9. And for the areas where the client gets paid directly and they don't work with third parties, they're having to fill in the W-9. So just make sure that you're, again, it's all in the program. If you have questions pertaining to any of this information, please email me at springsolutionsllc@gmail.com. Links to the programs that I do offer are in the description box. If you have questions about what they offer or what it includes, don't be afraid to email me. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.